Everyone. So today we're going to look at some of the differences between the simple present and the present continuous verb tenses. We use simple present for things like a general truth, like snow is cold, habitual activity, something that you always do. I play tennis on Saturdays. Or a custom. We eat dinner at 7 p.m. every day. That's kind of a habitual activity too. They are similar. We use present continuous for an action in progress now. For example, I'm working right now. A longer action in progress at this general time. So that means it's in progress and it's been happening, although it might not be taking place right in this second. My husband is taking classes at Sac State. Maybe he's not in a class right now, but it's something that he has been doing. It can also show a recent trend, something that a lot of people are doing or something that is becoming popular or noticeable. Technology is advancing quickly. So those are some of the differences. These are some of the differences with the verb live. So sometimes we can use a verb with both simple present and present continuous, but it kind of changes the meaning of the verb. So we typically use live in simple present to talk about a person's permanent home. For example, we live in a 3-bedroom home. Here, this is simple present. But we use the present continuous to talk about a person's temporary home. Be plus living is the present continuous. For example, my daughter is a student at UC Davis. She's living in a dorm. So this shows where she is living temporarily or just for now. Now, something else that slightly changes the meaning depending on whether you're using it in simple present or present continuous are these questions. If someone says, "What does she do?" or "What do you do?" they are asking about your or another person's profession or job. However, if you say, "What is she doing now?" if we change do to present continuous, that means we're asking about what they're doing right now, right? What their activity is right now. It's not about their profession or their job. Now, something else that you have to pay attention to when you're using the present continuous are action and non-action verbs. So we can also call non-action verbs stative verbs. Some verbs are action verbs. That means they show a physical or a mental activity that we can see. For example, I am walking to the park. We can see that action. It's a physical action. He's talking to his mom on the phone. We can see this action too. It's a physical action. Now, other verbs are non-action verbs. And like I said, we can also call these stative verbs. So they might show a state, a condition, perception, or a feeling. For example, I remember a time without cell phones. Okay, so we can't actually see this action. It's just more of an action that takes place. I have 2 children. My children know a lot about technology. So these are more actions that are not so easy to see, but they also happen. And we call these non-action verbs. So something to remember is that we cannot use present continuous with non-action verbs. we use the simple present, E missing here. We use the simple present even if we are talking about something that's happening now. So, for example, I say, I have 2 children. I cannot say, I am having 2 children. This is wrong. My children know a lot about technology. I can't say, my children are knowing a lot about technology because this is a non-action verb. No. Most people have a smartphone now. Okay? We cannot say most people are having a smartphone now. Now, some verbs can be both action and non-action, meaning that we can use them in simple present and in present continuous, but the meaning changes. For example, if we say she's looking at the painting in the museum, this is an action, and we can use it in present continuous. Notice that we use at with it. The painting looks good. So when we're talking about appearance, right, what something looks like or how it appears, then that's a non-action verb. And we cannot use it in the continuous. We can only use it in simple present. If you use look with like she looks like her brother, that's also how she appears, right? And that's a non-action verb again that we cannot use in present continuous. Let me just, okay. So look and listen are often action verbs, whereas see and hear we use as non-action verbs. So we can say she's looking at the painting in the museum. That's an action verb. They're listening to music, action verb. So we can use those both in present continuous. However, see and hear we cannot use in the present continuous. We use it in simple present. I see my husband, right? That's a non-action verb. I hear a noise outside, also a non-action verb. Now, however, think, the verb think can be both action and non-action. If we say think about or think of something, then we're using it as an action verb and we can use present continuous. She's thinking about her children. I am thinking of you. Okay, so think about, think of, it's an action. We can use present continuous. However, if we're using the word think to show what someone thinks about something, to show an opinion, then that's a non-action use. For example, I think we should go now. Shows your opinion. She thinks that everyone should wear a mask. So here we have to use simple present. Have can also be action and non-action. So when you're using have to show that you are experiencing what you are experiencing, or that you're experiencing something, or eat or drink something, that's an action verb, and we can use present continuous. She's having a hamburger and fries. So here we're showing what she's eating. I am having a great time. Here we're showing what someone is experiencing. Okay, but if we use have to show possession, or ownership, relationship, or illness, then it's non-action and we have to use simple present. For example, Maria has diabetes. Okay, illness, non-action verb, simple present. She has 4 children. Possession or ownership, right? Non-action, simple present. Okay, everyone. So that is more about the difference between present continuous